Hey, internets, it's me, DP Knudten, and it's a Friday night, and I'm still doing my live stream. I can't believe it, but it's true, and I think this is episode 59 of Bookward Bound, my everyday live stream journey toward writing a new book by January 1st, 2021. In other words, 301 days from I should really do this to done. And I'm doing it because I made that commitment to you and to myself to actually write this book. And sometimes the thing about writing is you need to do it when you don't feel like doing it. Sometimes you need to get your butt in the chair and your fingers on the keyboard so you can actually write something and get it moving forward. And so I certainly am going to do that tonight by working on my yet to be published, but newish book called, and this is cover art, NONFICTION BRAND, Discovering, Crafting, and Communicating the Completely True, Completely You brand you already are. Because let's face it, everybody really is a brand already. They just maybe have not discovered it yet, and certainly not codified it and communicated it in a way that everyone can understand exactly who you are, what you do, and how you do it. Really, that's all nonfiction branding is about. And certainly this book is about as well. So that said, I'm going to be writing some more, or actually going through some of the sections in the book to see what kind of shape they're in. Like, am I happy with it? Like last night, I was writing in this section about the Equinox EQ304, which is this actual pair of glasses. The frames are created by a company called Equinox, and the model number is EQ304. And what does that have to do with anything? Well, it has to do with the fact that I've made these frames more or less a keystone of my personal brand. You know, they aren't obnoxiously colored or any strange shape, but by consistently wearing them, I'm going to be creating a brand image that relates directly to me. And that's what this is all about. And I'm using other examples as well, including Buddy Holly, the Buddy Holly and the Crickets, Peggy Sue got married, That'll Be the Day, all those great early rock and roll songs. What do those have to do with these glasses? Not a lot directly, but certainly indirectly they do. And in this section, I'm talking about that. So I'm actually looking through what I've written thus far, and I'm looking for things that I need to change or correct. So let's see. Yeah, that's 13 point type for subheads, so that's 13 points, so that's cool. I need an extra space there. Brand avatar, Roadward Troubadour, Buddy Holly's. Made it past the mom and dad filter. And hit teenagers right in their baby makers. Yeah. Legend lives on. Oh, no crazy color. Okay, there's nothing special about the frames. No crazy color. Just matte black in the front with a translucent layer toward the eye. I'm going to get rid of that. Plain black arms, and the shape style has more to do with Buddy Holly's look than any contemporary designers. But that's exactly what I like about them. And now that I think about it, I'm really digging the Buddy Holly aspect of them. Of the shape. Now it relates to the completely true nonfiction brand I've created for myself. I am, and I'm going to say not created, but codified. So you can see I'm going through, ooh, that's interesting spelling. For myself. Interesting spelling. See, for geeky looking kid from Lubbock, Texas, who just happened to write and perform some of the most important hits of the brand new All-American. His band, Buddy Holly, and the Crickets influenced just about every other rocker that came after, including Four Lads of Liverpool. Ever wonder how the Beatles got their name? It's 'cause they love the Crickets. See what they did there? Brand avatar. Heavy line. I want to look up the spelling on that. Oops. Okay, this is an interesting one because the word jujitsu. Now, the variant spelling of jujitsu doesn't seem as exotic. So I'm going to choose to use this J-I-U jitsu spelling because it just feels a little bit more exotic. I need to correct it here. It feels more exotic, which makes it, to me, more interesting. And this is one of the things good writers do, which is not only select words because they communicate specific meaning, but because they also convey a specific style or create an image or a feeling. So J-I-U-J-I-T-S-U is a more interesting word than J-U-J-I-T-S-U. Cool, right? All right. I got a situation going on. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. I've trained my dog. Okay, this is funny. I've trained my dog to ring the bell like a string of bells near the door when she needs to go outside. Well, guess what? She's ringing that bell like crazy, so I better let her outside. I'll be right back. Oh my God. I love dogs. I hate dogs. What a pain in my butt. But I have to admit, they bring me so much joy. That was Tilly, our youngest, a rescue dog we got last summer, who's still a little girl, and she's a gigantic butt pain. But needless to say, this is one of the things writers have to deal with, which is constant distraction. So, where was I? Oh yeah, I was using the word, or using a interesting spelling of the word jujitsu. Jujitsu. The man knows jujitsu. Need that. Another space there too. But does not, but still. But still not suffer fool. Da 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 da. Every single day. If you ask, whoa, that's interesting. If you ask me, every personal brand needs a brand avatar. An individual or two that inspires, informs, and encourages inspires, informs, encourages, and what do I want to say? And edits what you do so that it supports and aligns with the strategic brand you are and are determined to communicate. Were you a publication, you'd have an entire editorial staff to ensure exactly that. But you're a one man or woman brand. You have to do it yourself. And believe me, having a well thought out brand avatar can be a tremendous help. It's a long paragraph. I'll leave it. I've had a lot of short paragraphs, so let's just leave that there. And that will make this entire section 1,381 words. Cool. I'm okay with that. All right, so I'm going to give this over. Sorry, I should have done this already. I'm going to give this a yellow flag. Get my face out of the way. because the yellow flag for me means that, hey, dude, you've already written some stuff, but it's not finally done or finished. Actually, I might give it a blue flag. Let's give it a blue flag because I think it's done, but I'm not sure it's 100% finished. And what this little blue flag means over here, right there, is that I think it's done, but really you need to go back and look at it, fine-tune it, proofread it, make sure it says exactly what you want to say before you assign it the final flag color, which is green. The green flag means this is 100% done and ready for publication. Now, if you notice, none of the flags over here are green yet because I'm still in process of writing this damn book. And you can see I've got a lot of stuff left to go. The red means I haven't written anything at all. The yellow means, hey, dude, you've written a fair amount of stuff in this section, but maybe it's not done yet. And then the blue means, I think it's done, but maybe it's not. You should go through, read it, proof it, and be sure that it's completely finished. And this is my system for actually working on the book and getting it done. And it's the same system I used when I created the first book I wrote with my friend Spencer X. Smith called Rotoma, the ROI of Social Media Top of Mind. And keep in mind that before that book, I had never written a book. Shh, don't tell anyone, but it's true. I had never written a book before I wrote a book that's been out, that's been purchased by people, that was blurbed by some pretty heavyweight people as well, because I did it as basically as good as I could make it. I made it as good as I could make it. And then I got it in front of them and they blurbed it. And I'm very, very proud of that book. But this book's going to be even better because now I actually know what I'm doing. And that's the cool thing. So that's why I'm doing this every night for, I think this is 58 nights in a row. Let's look that up. I'm just going to quickly look it up because all these are going out to YouTube and Twitch and Facebook Live. I'm going to just go to my channel. And one of the cool things about doing this live is that I know no one's really paying attention to this or watching it. That's okay, because this is like live practice. You know, there's an old saying that I love from the good old Vince Lombardi of the Green Bay Packers. Practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Well, what I'm doing right now is an attempt at perfect practice. I'm getting out there. I'm doing this live stream in real time, working on my book, and doing whatever I can to make it as good as I can, in spite of the fact that no one's watching. That's okay, because practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. So I'm pretending that there are 5,000 people watching this live stream right now and that I'm responding to their comments in real time right now. The fact that no one is, well, that's unfortunate. But it doesn't stop me from doing it. And by the way, tonight is episode 58. So 58 consecutive nights, I've gotten my butt in the chair, my fingers on the keyboard, and I've written my book or moved my book forward one way or another. And I count that as a huge win. So I'm feeling pretty good about saying goodnight to you all tonight because I've done what I set out to do, which is come down here when I'm not really feeling like writing. And I actually wrote some words. I moved my book forward in a meaningful way. And I kept things going for the 58th night in a row. The only problem is I've got 230, I can't do the math, 230 some nights left to go. Do you think I'm going to do it? I'm going to try. No. There is no try. There is only do, says Yoda. Well, I'm going to listen to the Yoda and say, I'm not going to try, I'm only going to do. So I'm going to see you tomorrow night as I do another live stream working toward the finish of my book, Nonfiction Brand, Discovering, Crafting, and Communicating the Completely True, Completely You brand you already are. And I'm going to do it live in front of people just like you. So thanks for watching. I'm DP Knudten for the Nonfiction Brand podcast, which comes out every Monday. Check it out wherever you get your fine podcasts for free. And also, I'd like to invite you to join Nonfiction Brandversity, my free Facebook group. All you have to do is search Nonfiction Brandversity on Facebook. Ask to join. Answer 3 questions to prove you're not some type of strange, malevolent bot overlord. And you are in. And I'll see you sometime on campus. Until then, hey, theme music. Take us on out. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.